Hey guys, Trader Joe's. How's it going? This video is going to be about shaving. I've been using safety razors and straight razors for a few years now, and I find that I get less irritation with them than other types of razors like the 3 and 4 and 5 bladed razors and stuff like that, and they're more economical. The company I've been using mostly is a company called Edwin Jagger. This is just the handle of it, and I took it apart just to kind of show the the quality of it and stuff. The the material that it's made out of, it's like 3 or 4 layers of chrome. I believe it's over brass or copper, brass I think, and it's really like beautifully made if you look at it. Edwin Jagger is a company in England, and the the chrome surface is like really perfect, and it takes like razor blades, like the ones you'd see, the old-fashioned style of razor blade, and it usually comes like in a paper like this. I usually use this brand, Feather. There's a couple of other companies that make it as well. This is what they look like. And the way it goes together is you take the bottom of the head. It has these like prongs in it, and you put the razor over that. And then you take I guess they call it a comb, I'm not sure. And that goes over that. Then you just screw the handle onto it like this. And when the handle begins to press against the comb, it forces the razor blade to bend along the shape of the head. I probably should have cleaned it a little better, but it's very smooth, very easy to clean. You can get it very sterile. And then as a comparison, this is like, I got this from Shave Nation. It was really cheap. Like this was like 30 bucks or 40 bucks or something like that for the razor. I mean, it's got a nice heavy weight to it. This also has a heavy weight to it, but I think this is like, it was really cheap. This was like less than 10 bucks or something like that. And it's a similar type of construction where you unscrew the handle and you take out the comb, but the finish on it is not is bad. There's like little bumps, and it's like poor quality. I mean, which I guess you could expect for a Pakistani made item, that's not as decently made as the English counterpart in the manufacturing process. That's why they're able to offer it so cheap. It works. It's just that it's not as nice, not as nicely made. I also use a straight razor when I shave. Right now, this looks like a regular straight razor. It's also from that company Feather, but it's not an edge on there. You see, there's like a mechanism in there. They take disposable blades, so you have to go like this, and the blade starts to come out. I mean, I'm probably supposed to do this with the machine, but I use the one called Guard, Pro Guard, because it has like a it has like almost like a wire wrap around it to keep you from getting badly cut. And the way that this works is it's like a compression fitting in here. Let's see. And you can take it completely apart, obviously, and use it to keep it clean. And the way, I don't know if you can see that or not, it has like a hole there, and you can see that if you press the two sides together, it opens up a bit. Do this like this, I don't get cut. And you slide the blade into it like that, and that's it. It's ready to go. It stores nicely in the handle. You can't get cut with that. And it's got nice jimping on it over here. These are plastic, but the whole thing can be put in boiling water if you wanted to sterilize it or something. There's with this type of razor, there's multiple holds. You could hold it like that. You can hold it like that if you wanted to. You could just hold it straight, like that. You know. Other companies, like this I got in Walgreens. You know, they also make double-edged razor blades for this style safety razor. And they, you just kind of press it like that and it comes out. And you can, now I can't put it back in, but most of them come with like a slot in the back for storing the old razor blades. And as well as this, there's a little place here to slide the old straight razor blade. But I get this. It's like I think it's called a blade trap or something like that. It's made of, it's like a can, kind of material. And you can use like a year or two's worth of razor blades in there, and you can just slide them in, and then, actually I'll do that with this one. And then you can throw it out without having to worry about the garbage man or somebody getting cut, So they go in there and that's it. No one can get cut, can't come out. It just basically sits in there. And I'll put this one and the other one from Pakistan. And then I also use this brand of shaving cream. It comes like that, and it's solid, and this lasts for like a year or two sometimes, something like this. So what I usually do is I have, as it starts to wear out, sometimes it starts to flop around inside there. So I kind of invented this. It's like a little piece of this kind of material, the traction material, and I put it on the bottom of it, and it keeps that from moving around too much. And so if you put a little bit of water in with it, and you take the brush, put the brush in some water, and you get the brush all wet, put it in there. Usually I just let it drip into this. I use this little Tupperware type of a plastic here. Let's put this down here. And this will really foam up nicely like after a few minutes. I like the plastic because it doesn't, there's no fear of it breaking. Sometimes I take a bath and I just let this float in the water, when I'm doing this. I usually do this kind of a shave in the bath. And the company of this brush is this Tweezerman. And it's nice. It's like $10 or so, $11. I got it on eBay. I actually got almost all this stuff on eBay or Amazon or something like that. It says it has a lifetime guarantee. But usually, like when I see this kind of stuff, I try to grab it because most people don't use this type of shaving apparatus when they're shaving. They use spray cans and disposables and stuff like that. But this after a few minutes of doing this, it'll get nice and thick lather, the same as anything else. And then the advantage of the brush is that it lifts the hairs on your face. This way, when you're going to do it, when you want to shave, it'll shave it off nice and easy. All right, so here's what they look like when they're brand new in the pack of the safety razor blades. That's what they look when they're open. And each one usually comes wrapped in like a piece of paper, or wax paper or something like that to protect it. Alright, this is Dre Joe's. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.